Hello and welcome to another episode of OFL News. Today we're going to be talking about the top teams. Let's do top 3 teams that haven't won a victory bowl.
My number one is the season 3 Punishers. I knew they're a really, really good team. And yeah, I think that's Bungus said before that it was probably his best team ever or something like that. And that was when Zone was introduced to the OFL in season 3 by the Punishers. So they had a brand new defense. I remember they were either doing, I think it was a 3-man rush they were doing, and it was really successful. So, and OFL offenses hadn't adjusted zone yet like they have nowadays. And so I think the Punishers really would have won, but in the OEC championship, they obviously lost. And that's my number one.
Alright, my number 1 team, although I would like to agree with you here, although that was a great team, I'm just going to have to go and say Season 7 FFC. Okay, as good as all the Punisher teams were with me and Bungless and all those guys, at the same time, Season 7 FFC, it was me. I mean, it was pretty much like a 6 or 7 man team, but anyways, it just went me, Bungless, Gun, Fracted, Damien, Frogger, and who else was there? I know I'm forgetting something important.
Tar? Wait, no, he was
No.
suspended that season.
But, well, it was just pretty much us anyways. So I'm pretty sure I said Kara. But we just had another, I think Veer Up played with us as well. That's who it was. And then after that, it was just some guys that would just show up, right? But
Some guys that Mallard just brought in.
yeah. But honestly, that team was just so good. Oh yeah, Thailand played when Damien left. But that team was so good. But we lost in playoffs. But yeah, that's my number 1 team. Taylor, what's your number 1 team?
I'm gonna stick with season 7 and say season 7 Snowhawks, because one, Healable was the MVP that season, and they were on a roll throughout the entire season until they got beat by the Raptors. I mean, I believe they should have gotten farther than they got. I feel like that they should have beaten the Raptors and faced FFC in the championship. And I honestly think that that would have been a better game and a better outcome for the team.
Okay.
I would have to hang on before we continue. I'm just gonna disagree and say 7 Snowhawks. Although they were good, they weren't the best. Even in that season, they weren't the best team.
Again, I don't know anything that well.
DC, who's your number 2?
Honestly, I don't really know much about this team, but season 1 Warriors. I just guess they had to be good because I know they were undefeated. I wasn't here in season 1, so don't mind. I mean, please don't mind if I get some facts wrong, but they were 7-0, and they were coming into VB red hot, and I was binge watching some OFL videos, and I strolled upon this Warriors it was a Warriors pump up video, and it was really funny and stuff. And so I guess they just had all the momentum on their side, and then they got beat by the Punishers. So I'm guessing the Warriors had to be good. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, they were 6-0. That's the only fact I got wrong. But they were really good. They had a lot of great players that even still are some of the best. Brillion was their quarterback, and he was honestly really good at the time. They had Flaming Mushi was also their quarterback if they wanted that. Nuzo was on that team.
And they have Geo.
The Shadow Girl at the time, was the best corner in the game. Larry, he was still good. That team, they pretty much started the OFL, so they were supposed to just win everything easy. Which actually, our next topic after this, before we continue, I'm just gonna say it's gonna be the top mistakes made by an OFL team. the Warriors not signing me and Oathkeeper at the same time. Anyways, so my number 2 team, I'm gonna say season 3 Punishers. You call me biased again, going with like my same team, but honestly, I've just one word: dive. Taylor, you're next.
Very specific detail for that season. Again, I don't know who to pick. So, season 5 Ducks.
Season
Just because.
Shout out to my team.
Season 5 Ducks.
We were really good, actually. We would have made the VB. It's just that Heel got caught in an ult, and he got suspended the rest of the season. But we were really good, I swear.
All right, DC, your number 3 team. Let's go.
This one, probably it's either I'm thinking of one right now. It's either going to be a Ram team or season 4 Raptors. So I'm just gonna say, oh yeah, season 3 Rams. They were really good. I remember. This was my rookie season, and they were really really good. I think they started like falling apart at the end of the season, but they got beat by like the Spartans, who everybody predicted to be really really bad. And yeah.
All right. I also want to come in and say that this isn't my pick, but season 1 Spartans were pretty amazing at the time, but they just weren't as good as the Warriors or the Punishers were. But I'm still not going to put them in the list. I'm going to go bias again here and pick the season 5 Punishers. That team.
So he's being biased. You should kick him off of the show.
Yes, let me kick myself out of the show. But I mean, I was on these teams, so like, I just expected them to win because of how good we actually were. But the Raptors were so dominant that they kept season 5 and season 6 Punishers. Like, honestly, that was the victory bowl there. I think either team would have like won the victory.
Well, VB was really close that season, so I don't know about that, but that was a pretty good matchup.
Yeah, so that's my pick. If it weren't for the Raptors, I would probably have like 3 victory bowls right now. But anyways, Taylor, should I even ask you?
No, not at all.
Okay, Taylor.
I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go with like what both of you said.
Okay, Taylor, you haven't contributed enough to this show. I think I need you to sing the SpongeBob theme song real quick.
Gladly.
Let's hear it.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants. Earth's in yellow and poor as the sea. SpongeBob SquarePants. If nautical nonsense be something you wish, SpongeBob SquarePants. They'll drop on the deck and flop like a fish. SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob SquarePants.
How do you know that all? Oh my god.
That was amazing. That
was pretty impressive. I did not know like all the lyrics to that.
Good job. All right. Well, that concludes this episode. Thank you, and see you again.